Welcome to the Long Road with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
What are we doing today?
We are going to share with you 7 freezer meals that you can make to save you time and money.
All right, let's get to it.
All right, very quickly, in 2013, Joel lost his job, and one of the ways that we saved money on groceries during that time was by making freezer meals. In this video, some of these recipes are recipes that we have been making for a really long time.
Now, however, a few recipes that we've never made, and so we're going to let you know what we think of the recipe and if we consider them a win or not. We'll also note that these recipes lasted us longer than 7 days due to leftovers. So depending on your family size, this might last you longer than 7 days as well. All the recipes will be linked in the description if you'd like to try them out. Let's go.
First one is cilantro lime chicken. We've been making this recipe for at least 10 years. Now, due to the size of our slow cooker, we always double up this recipe. The reason that we do that is to keep the chicken from drying out and burning the ingredients. If you have a smaller sized slow cooker, then you probably wouldn't have to double it. The night that we cook this recipe, we cook some rice or either riced cauliflower to eat with it. The next night, we repurpose this recipe into burritos. This is a really good recipe that is very filling.
All right, so number 2 is chicken and gravy. And this one's another one that we've been making for a long time. Now, 10 years ago when we first started making it, we were following the recipe exactly, and it called for canned cream of chicken soup and a jar of store-bought chicken gravy. Now, however, as we found out that we can make these at home in just a few minutes, and we're able to control the ingredients in the recipe.
Okay, and 3 is meatballs and spaghetti. Now, with this recipe, you can make the meatballs on the same day as you serve them, or you can make them ahead of time and freeze them. You can choose to freeze them raw or cooked. You can also make different variations of this recipe for different types of flavors.
Number 4 is Isi sausage gumbo. Now, this was a good recipe, but not really our favorite. There was nothing wrong with it, but we do prefer a gumbo made with a roux as opposed to a tomato-based type of gumbo. But this one was really good. You can pair it with rice or rice cauliflower. But let us know if you prefer a roux-based or tomato-based gumbo in the comments below.
5 is taco rice casserole. Now, with this recipe, the idea is to make 2 batches at once. Eat one that night and the other one you put in the freezer. We put both in the freezer, but you wouldn't have to. It was very delicious and we love the flavors. However, we will say that we felt that it was a little too much rice in it for our taste. It called for 2 cups in each dish. So when we make it in the future, we're going to probably reduce that to 1.5 cups to see if we like that ratio a little more. Otherwise, we definitely recommend.
All right, number 6 is the chicken French dip sandwiches. All 3 of us really like this recipe. It was pretty simple. You just throw all the ingredients into the freezer bag, then you're ready to make it. You thaw it out, put it into the slow cooker. Then you toast some hoagie rolls, shred the chicken, melt a slice of the Havarti cheese on it. And then after you separate the fat in the slow cooker, you get this au jus that you can use with the sandwiches.
7 is herb roasted chicken. Like we mentioned in the beginning of the video, we would let you know if we wouldn't recommend one, and this one is the one. I had some concerns about how the potatoes would turn out after being frozen already, but it wasn't just that simple. First, it took a long time to thaw out. We put it in the refrigerator the night before, and it had still not thawed out by 6 p.m. the next night. So we tried again the next night after it had thawed out completely. It took longer to cook than the recipe said. I think that you probably want to stir the items around while cooking once or twice to make sure that the chicken gets cooked completely. And I still didn't care for the texture of the potatoes. Joel was okay with it and said that he would be fine with having it again, but it was a pass for me. So if you are like Joel, you might be okay with it. And that is all the recipes that we have for you today. I feel like you have 6 pretty good recipes and one that you might like. Like we mentioned with the taco rice casserole, you're actually making a double batch. So it's actually 8 meals that we made. And then with leftovers, it stretched out to more like 12 meals. This is definitely a throwback to when Joel lost his job in 2013, and it saved us a lot of money.
Now, if you'd like to see more recipes like this or more freezer meal videos, then please give us a big thumbs up and subscribe so that we know that you liked it. If you'd like to see the full recipe for the cilantro lime chicken, then you want to click right here. But with that said, that's going to do it today for The Long Run with Joel and Chrissy. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
Don't forget, it's the long run. Give yourself a little grace.
Bye.